Welcome in, Wildcat fans, to the Tucson Arena here on a Friday evening. Sebastian Janik joined in the booth here by Sam, and I can't remember your last name.
Key.
Key. That's very important. Should remember that. Too busy going over the players' names. So here on a Friday evening, big game here for the Wildcats, taking on the Utah Utes in the first game of a two-weekend homestand. Sam, how important is it for this U of A team to establish their presence here on home ice?
Oh, it is absolutely critical, especially this is our second home weekend, and it just sets up the the vibe for the rest of the season. And we had a 1-win, 1-loss weekend our last time we were home a few weeks ago, and I just think that this is going to kind of establish a pattern for us. Like what can we do consistently here at home?
Yeah, and in the ACHA, especially in the WCHL, a lot of teams play better at home than they do on the road. So these are pretty critical games. Even though they are early in the season, getting to rack up some of those wins, get some of that confidence here on home ice could be huge going forward into the season.
I completely agree, and especially just looking at the stats from both Utah and us, both teams tend to do better at home. Utah came back with huge wins against GCU last weekend, and we had our wins, mostly at home. We had a couple on the road, but that home game was definitely our strongest one from these past few weeks. So
I would say so. And we are coming off a 3-game road trip last weekend where the U of A Wildcats were out in Michigan taking on Michigan Dearborn and Adrian. Nothing easy about those games. The Wildcats went 1 win over Michigan Dearborn, 1 overtime loss, and then lost to Adrian in the third game of the 3. But Utah is coming into this series riding a 3-game winning streak against GCU, another WCHL member of this conference. So these points are going to be huge against a team that's proven they are very good at playing in this conference so far.
I completely agree, and I think we're in for an exciting game tonight. I think we're pretty evenly set matched, and I'm excited. Like big scores coming in from the Utah, and I'm just excited to see what the Wildcats are going to bring tonight.
Definitely, and Utah is a very fast, highly skilled offensive team. Definitely got to keep an eye on the Light brothers. But on the U of A side of things, a new player drawing in for his first game as a Wildcat here, Sandoval. It's going to be interesting to see what a new face playing on the second line with Malco and Shetland can do to maybe get them going as well.
I'm excited to see it. I think, a new face, new player brings kind of a new energy. Like, it's just going to rile things up, shake things up, make sure that we're not, getting stagnant, not feeling stuck in any patterns that we have. I think a fresh face on home ice is going to be a good thing for us tonight.
And speaking with head coach Chad Berman, he sees Sandoval playing a second-line center role, which could be huge for cementing that position. Talking to Coach Berman, he noted his very high hockey IQ, very solid player, 200 feet across the ice, and we'll see what he can bring here for the Wildcats.
I'm excited. We got just a good night of hockey ahead of us, and I'm excited to see Sandoval run. It's our first time watching him on the ice, and I'm excited to see how he fits in, how he meshes with that team chemistry.
And the Wildcats are their first time back in the building in 27 days, and we will be back to bring you the action in just a couple minutes here at the Tucson Arena. This is Wildcat Hockey.
Great moments are born from great opportunity.
Marquis, another chance, another block, and he scores!
And a shot, they score! Tucking it in from the side of the net. Josephson driving, finds a way to
Welcome in, Wildcat fans, to another edition of U of A hockey here at the Tucson Arena. Sebastian Janik high above the ice, joined by Sam Key, whose name I definitely know now, but, you know, get a little tongue-tie here and there.
Keeps it exciting.
Yeah, you got an hour and a half of trying to memorize 30 different names. Unfortunately, sometimes you forget the one of your broadcast partner, but we are in for a great game this evening. The Utah Utes coming into the Tucson Arena to take on the U of A Wildcats, and both teams have been going in a little bit of a different direction based on their past 3 games. Now, speaking with head coach Chad Berman, there is definitely a message from him that the outcomes so far this season have not been indicative of just how good this U of A hockey team is. They went 1-1-1 in their last 3-game road trip against Michigan Dearborn and then Adrian, and Utah is riding a 3-game winning streak against GCU coming here into Tucson tonight.
And I'm excited. You know, as you said, it's not indicative of the way they're going to play this season. I think, you know, it's finding your legs, finding your footing, getting that flow going, getting the chemistry going, and it's, you know, I think we are making a really strong foundation, being able to bounce back from losses. I think that's a really important thing to learn in a season. Yeah,
early in the season, you're going to face adversity no matter at what point of the season it is, and it certainly is important to be able to refocus, bounce back, and make sure that, you know, even though you didn't get the results you wanted on the road, you don't want to take any of those emotions into this, except I have spoken with a couple players. Tyler Shetland mentioned it in his interview when we were speaking with him. There's some resentment coming off that road trip. There's some anger that they didn't get those results. And tonight, hopefully that frustration will get taken out against the Utah Utes.
I'm excited to see it.
So we will be here, bring in the starting lineups for you here.
For your Wildcats, number 35, Nolan Bibbleson. The head coach of your Cats is Chad Berman. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats and face the south goal for tonight's national anthem.
So let's get ready to drop the puck on this Friday night action here at the TCC. And it's going to be an interesting first shift here for the Wildcats. The top line of Walker, Lowell, and Selman coming out to start the period for the Wildcats, a line that has been so good for them so far this season. Looks like for Utah on the back end, they're going to be starting with Music and Dix, number 4 and 5. And we'll see who the forwards are coming out immediately. It looks like Langenbrunner, number 15. And we'll see who he's going to be paired with. We know a line, well, we know all of the offense for the Utah Utes really flows through the Light brothers. They have gotten the majority of the goals this season, primarily Ethan Light. Very fast, very skilled offensive player. And we'll see how the U of A is able to match up against them, because maybe the Utes are not going to be using that top line against the U of A's.
I know, and I think it's going to be an interesting match. I think that Arizona is definitely a more physical team than Utah is. And I'm interested to see how that physicality lines up with the sort of finesse that Utah is seeming to bring tonight.
So it looks like it's going to be Langenbrunner with one of the Jackson brothers, Logan Jackson, out there on his wing, and Gibney, number 27, on the other wing. So let's get ready to drop the puck, get this game underway. Selman in to take the face-off against Langenbrunner. Want to get a good start here on this first shift. Utah able to win the face-off. And we'll see how they approach their offensive strategy, whether it's passes through the neutral zone to get break-ins over the blue line or a little bit more dump and chase. It'll be interesting to see just how this team, they were obviously able to put up a lot of points against GCU, and U of A is going to have to be defensively responsible here. Now Langenbrunner over the line. Good break up there by Walker. He'll try to find an outlet, tries to go up the middle. Selman can't quite handle it, but U of A will just reset here. Overland over to his partner, Hull. Hull over the middle to Brody Selman. Brody Selman looking for an opening. Jesse Lowell just can't pick that one up, just over skates it a tiny bit, but Walker, good job there on the back check. Walker over the line, tries to dance through two Utah players, can't do it. Now Hull looks for a lane, gets the shot through, goes wide on Anderson.
This is definitely shaping up to be a very, shot there by Walker, a little high.
And for any of the U of A fans watching, Dylan Walker is wearing number 33 tonight, as Sandoval is wearing number 25. So a little bit of a jersey switch around there. So now Bavolsic behind his own net. Always so calm with the puck. Luckily doesn't turn that one over. Now the Wildcats have a chance to come back the other way, over the line. Pass fired over to Shetland. Shetland looking for a shot, can't quite get there. Josephson with the door front tip. And Utah trying to get it out of their own zone.
I think it's definitely important here for the U of A to step up and I think, really assert and get this first goal, just assert their dominance, really, create this forward momentum for them.
Home ice is such a big part of this ACHA experience, and especially in our conference, the WCHL. You see just how well teams play at home. And these are crucial wins, because even though very early in the season, to get to the national tournament, you've got to win enough games. And Vance there with a huge hit on Wyatt Light. Noah Vance bringing the physicality early, just as Sam previewed for us.
No, I'm excited. A physical team versus a more, technical advantage team. It's going to be a good matchup.
And now Michael down the wing, shot on Biv. Good save there. Get Biv into the game early, get him focused. He always looks like he's not quite in the game, but more in practice when he's handling the puck around the net. But it's just such a calm presence back there. And a good shift from Noah Vance to get things rolling early. Now Michael in to take the face-off. Malco able to win that one. Ziegler tries to pressure his man at the point. Hedgecote trying to get it out of the zone. Pressure here from the Utes. Now Wyatt Light, quick shot. And you see the offense of the Light brothers. Shot first mentality. That one comes out in front. Another shot from the point. That goes high over Biv. Logan Jackson with a blast from the point. And that sails high. This is going to go all the way down for icing. And Wyatt Light really didn't look like he had much space there at all, but a really quick little stop-up move, wrist shot with a deflection. Biv's got to fight off a quality scoring opportunity here in the first period.
I think that's what makes these Utes so dangerous, is they are high scoring. They're able to take advantage of these small openings and really make something work out of them.
Yeah, that was a very minor breakdown, if that, but Wyatt Light showing why you got to keep your head on a swivel. Now Noah Vance, he's going to take a hard hit from the captain of the Utes, Dylan Dix. And Dix will skate back into his own zone. He tries to run through Malco, gets a shoulder on him. Now Ziegler trying to control in the corner, 3-on-1. Utah gets it back. Utah looking to set up in their own zone. Dix over to Music. Now Langenbrunner goes back to Gibney. Over the line, some good passing there from Utah, able to get into the zone, but Shively with a good little move, tries to escape. All he finds is Utah players, though. This one comes out into the slot, back to the point. Now Dix shot, good block there from Matthew Marquis. Lays down to get the wood in front of that one, but another chance out front. Langenbrunner trying to get it out front. Biv holds the post. Utah cycling in the U of A zone, looking like a power play. A little bit of man-on-man coverage getting broken down here.
Definitely a lot of pressure down on our end.
Yeah, this is not where the U of A wants to play against this Utah team if they can avoid it. Now a shot here from Langenbrunner. Biv has to fight that off, and it's Shively to clear it out. Utah looking like they're on a power play here. Now Utah keeps it in the zone. Music shot from the point doesn't get through. Now Marquis is going to try to scramble out of the zone. Dix holds it in at the line. Back down deep to Langenbrunner. He's looking out front to find the man coming in. It was Music from the point, and that one gets broken up. Now Gibney. And the Utah finally turns it over there. A little bit of an unforced error, but luckily for the U of A, now Jesse Lowell on his horse, pressuring Anderson. Dix tries to play that. Jesse Lowell runs hard to him along the boards. The U of A fans give a smack on the glass.
Fresh new legs right off the bench, up in their defensive zone. I think this could be an exciting moment for us.
Yeah, some of those players for Utah have been out there for a pretty long shift here, so they're going to throw it all the way down. Hull not able to corral it, stops the icing. So now Matthew Hull, looking for some open space, finds Brody Selman. Selman over the line, dumps it in, tries to get his own pass. Utes there, breaks that up, he picks it up. U of A not quite able to get into the zone as cleanly as they would like. Utah's doing a good job stacking up 2-on-1 against puck carriers trying to come over the blue line. But that one will go all the way down, but no icing called. Now Utah pressuring. Good job there by Gephardt. It tries to go back in front to Gephardt, nothing going, luckily. Brody Selman trying to put the pressure here on Carter. Carter gets it up to Utes. Hull now in a battle with him. Definitely Utah looking like the better of the two teams here so far. 14:37 left to go in the first period. Nothing here at the Tucson Arena. But now Will Josephson on a one-man mission. Tries to get in, takes a big hit from two Utah players, but that allows Tyler Shetland to skate onto the puck. Now Shetland back to the point. Cosden shot, looking for a tip there out in front, doesn't go, but now Shetland, good job there. Josephson's out in front. Shetland tries to go to him, just can't get it. Josephson and Shetland doing a good job cycling here. Tries to get it across to Fisher. Fisher, good heady move there to poke the puck down the boards. Can't skate onto it though.
Here's where it's important because Utah is playing very smart tonight, and it's just important to keep it up in their zone, get them uncomfortable, break them down. And
Wyatt Light throws a saucer pass out to Michael. Luckily, doesn't get all of that shot. Good job there from Fisher. Now it's going to be the U of A. They try to go straight up through the middle. Nothing happening there. Logan Jackson able to knock it down. Now Ethan Light, the other White brother, over the line to Wyatt Light. Wyatt tight fans on the shot, kind of fools Biv. Wyatt Light with a heck of a wrist shot there, but that goes high on Biv as well. And now it's Logan Jackson looking to set it up in the Utah zone. Ethan Light pokes it deep. Langenbrunner in on the forecheck against Hedgecote. A little bit dangerous there from Vance. Doesn't get all of that one, but it sets up this U of A breakout. Good block there, but that's going to go straight to an offsides. But Ethan Light with a little bit of footwork there as a defensive little soccer player there to break up the pass. But probably one of the best shifts we've seen there with Malco, Shetland, or Josephson with Shetland. Sandoval was on that line as well. Wasn't able to get a touch on the puck, but you know, having that guy away from the puck who's able to create some space really helps those puck carriers out. And we'll see how that line meshes throughout the night.
I think it's just about getting comfortable here. This is obviously a really well-matched team, and you know, I think Arizona's got to really step up if they want to win this game tonight.
Malco getting bear hugged there again by Carter. Hand stayed down. Now Music trying to get it out. Can't quite do it. Shively trying to hold at the line. Shively now over to Malco. Malco dishes it over. Tries to get the return pass. I think that one's going to end up being an offsides. Yeah, new look tonight with Malco centering that third line. with what's looked like mostly Ziegler and Vance so far. And that second line consisting of Shetland, Sandoval, and I think it's been juggled a little bit so far, but
You know, I think trying out some new lines, especially against, you know, such a well-set team is not a bad idea, you know, seeing how these guys are able to work together tonight.
yeah, if you can get a little bit of a spark from anywhere that you can, you'll take it. 12:32 left in the first period. Now here's a chance for Lusby. Lusby shot, save Anderson. First real save Anderson has had to make so far in this game.
Yeah, and Anderson is definitely, I was talking to the head coach, Morgan Feeney, and he definitely said that, you know, Anderson is their goalie to watch out for. He's their first go-to guy. He's their strong stand-in. You know, he's a big guy, he takes up the net. He's quick, light on his feet.
Yeah, definitely good goaling. I mean, every single team in the WCHL has gotten better in the offseason, and goaltending is another part of that, to have that foundation. But you're going to have to test him a lot more than he's been tested so far tonight. Lusby trying to keep the forecheck going. That one comes out past the blue line, and Hull quick on it with the retrieval. Now looking to find the open man. Hull takes the space through the neutral zone, over the red line. Matthew Hull over the blue line. Can't get through two Utah players, but a great burst of speed there from Brody Selman, knocking it in deep. That one goes to Josh Lusby. Now Selman trying to get around behind the net. He gets knocked down. It's going to be, he's in a battle with Light and Michael. Lusby here on this shift, still Overland with a shot from the point. Tip out front by Selman, just wide on the glove side of Anderson. U of A has not been able to fully change this forward line yet, so Selman's out here all on his own in terms of that first line. But a good job there by him and Marquis and Lusby to keep some pressure on. Utah going for a change. Dix out on the back end. Skating with, looks like Jaxo. They've been mixing up the pairings a little bit themselves, but now here's a chance for the U of A over the line. Jesse Lowell shot high on the glove, on the blocker shoulder of Anderson. Good shot there from Jesse Lowell.
But that's what we want to see. The more shots on goal, the more chances you have. And honestly, I think the more morale it brings. You know, if you're getting these shots on goals, if you're getting these opportunities, it just creates more of that momentum, more of that excitement, more explosion for the U of A to kind of, you know, just follow up on.
Yeah, and especially with being able to build some early momentum, not having to play from down is a big part of what this team's game plan is every weekend, but especially at home. Now Jesse Lowell tries to get a shot through, blocked down there by Ethan Light. Now the U of A goes to dump it in. Lowell able to skate onto that one. Now Selman almost gets to it, but it's Michael coming back the other way. Ethan Light takes it over the blue line. Shot, big blocker save there from Biv. That was right up by the ear. And maybe now a chance for Walker to get to it. Can't quite get there first. It's Logan Jackson who dishes it in. And this top line for the U of A has really driven most of their offense so far this season, which is definitely what you want from your first line, but looking for more depth scoring down the lineup. Captains run into each other there, Jesse Lowell and Dylan Dix.
No, and I think having that depth is going to, you know, really seal the deal for the U of A, because you can't rely on the, you know, your three forward line, you know?
Yeah, you
it's
can't.
It's not practical.
As a Boston Bruins fan, I know about one-line team, but now Dylan Walker over the line, dangle through the legs. What a move by Walker. He gets stapled into the corner, though. No support as the Wildcats are changing. Now it's going to be a big burst speed from Ethan Light. Ethan Light into the middle, goes backhand. Good backhand shot there right into the chest of Biv. And Ethan Light and Hedgecote going at it a little bit, but Ethan Light and Wyatt Light, definitely the most standout skaters so far for the Utes, just as we expected.
Yeah, they are technical, they are fast, and they're smart. I mean, they're constantly up in the goal.
Yeah, I've been impressed by Utah's defensive play so far. They're very much known as an offensive team, but have been structured in their own end. Wildcats are going to have to open that up. So Josephson can't retrieve it along the near boards. So it's, yeah, Josephson skating with Shetland and Sandoval. But now a little bit of miscommunication between Shively and Hedgecote sets up a chance for Utah maybe. That one heads over the glass into the netting. While the face-off in the U of A zone. 9:41 left in the first period, 0-0.
I think this is going to be a very close game. These teams are well matched. You know, Utah is really bringing it, but Arizona's not backing down. They're You know, I don't think they're quite at their full potential at this moment, but you know, I think they're not going to let this be an easy game.
And Malco in to take the face-off against Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner loses it. He's able to pressure Hedgecote, but Vance with a good touch pass gets it over. Now over the line, Sandoval shot. Nope, that's Malco. 25 and 28 are always gonna, but luckily Malco's a good enough guy to not have the jersey fully tucked. There he goes.
There we go.
It's almost like they can hear us. But Malco there with a good shot. Malco and Shetland, two players that had their first goals as Wildcats on this recent road trip. Always a good feeling to a forward to get that first goal of the season out of the way.
Yeah, it's an exciting thing, you know, starting off this season, especially super early on, getting that first goal, you know, in and out of the way, just opens up that confidence for more.
Definitely. So Utes in to take the face-off against Malco. Malco wins it over to Ziegler, but can't quite corral it. Now Utah trying to bounce it through the zone. Ovi, Jared Overland with a good hold at the blue line. Can't connect with Utes. Utah just dump it back to the U of A. Now Matthew Hull over to Noah Vance. 3-on-2 over the line. Malco shakes, goes wide, tries to get it back out in front. And a chance there for Connor Ziegler. He just wasn't able to get a stick on it. Had a wide open net, but a good job there on the rebound. Trying to create chances down on that blue paint. Good burst of speed over that line to create that 3-on-2. And even though they don't get a shot out of that on goal in the follow-up, you know, making Anderson think about them going low and high, mixing it up is going to be huge for the U of A. Now Ziegler with a chance. Shot goes wide on the blocker side. Ziegler gets to his rebound. Right back to Utah, and they'll just dump it out. So now the U of A pressuring a little bit more in the offensive zone, not allowing Utah to really set up and skate out cleanly. Sofrino there tries to get on the forecheck.
Yeah, you can feel Arizona kind of settling into this game a little bit, feeling a little bit more consistent as Lusby moves that down.
Good shot there by Lusby. Good blocker save. Another shot there from Cosden. That gets through but goes wide. Fisher pinches, tries to force Miller. Utah with a little bit of time and space. Gephardt dishes it, almost connects with Michael there coming over the blue line, but Fisher's gonna break that up. Good predictive skills there by Lusby to get in the lane before it even gets there. Now Matthew Marquis over the blue line, has support from Lusby. He goes around behind the net. Now Lusby as the U of A is changing out behind him. Very important job there from Lusby to not turn that over while the U of A is changing. Selman tries to get that one away, just can't do it. Now it's gonna be Wyatt Light looking to fly the neutral zone, but gets broken up along the boards. Great shift there from Josh Lusby. And that one will go all the way down for an icing. Yeah, the Utah not having as much time to think, as much time to plan before they get out of their zone. And you really don't want a confident offensive team to feel like they don't have to panic when they're in their defensive zone.
No, I think we're doing a good job. You know, I think, as I said, I think this is going to be a close game. I think it's a well-matched team. And I think that, you know, just as long as we can keep the pressure on, there's a good chance of the U of A, you know, having some success in this game.
Dix did an interesting job there, looking like he was going to shoot and then goes middle, couldn't connect with Moeller. Now puck down and deep with Gibney out in front. Hedgecote doesn't let that get through. U of A trying to clog up the lanes. This one comes straight to number 9, Moeller.
Jesse Lowell did a good job there clearing that out as best he could. Couldn't quite find that open ice.
Little Phil Mickelson flop shot into the middle of the zone there. U of A trying to find it. They do. Gets it out. That one doesn't get over the line though. Knocked down. Now Langenbrunner back to the line. Dylan Dix. Shot doesn't get through. That's not the passes U of A are looking for there. You can't be throwing those ones straight back up into the slot. Another chance there. Chances to clear just not happening, and now Biv has to make a save. Moeller is going to look down to cycle to Gibney. Now this is where the U of A's got to be smart with getting this out. Don't want to collapse too much. Don't want to get puck watching. And it's going to be Hedgecote to settle things down. Over to the captain, Jesse Lowell. Now over the line, Sandoval goes for the backhand shot there. Just goes wide on the glove side. Overland dishes it in deep. Walker in on the forecheck. Utah definitely looking like they're having more trouble here, but they'll flip that one through the zone, trying to find Utes on the cherry pick and move, but a good move there from Walker. Walker shot, glove save, Anderson.
No, and I mean, you can tell when Utah does get down into our zone, they are intense. They are everywhere. It looks like a power play on our guys. But you know, I think they are weaker in the defensive end. You know, when we're up there, they do struggle, and you see that pressure get on them.
Yeah, with 5:49 left in the first period, the first 7 or 8 minutes, Utah had a lot more time to set up and get out of the zone. Now they've been relying a little bit more on that chip and chase game. So back to the point, Overland to Hole. Hole tries to find a lane, good block there by Gephardt. Now Utah, we'll see how they can break it out here. A little bit of confusion along the boards. Not getting out yet. Logan Jackson over to Gephardt. Gephardt back to Jackson. Up the line, good move there from Overland to take away the space, but that's a fortunate bounce there. Langenbrunner almost able to skate onto that, but Josephson will carry it for the U of A. Shetland down the boards, looks out in front, tries to find Josephson on the other side. Josephson just not able to keep his edge. Now 3-on-2 over the line for Utah. Erdis over to Gephardt, that one's behind him. His own pass there denies a scoring opportunity, luckily for the U of A. Gephardt, quick turnaround shot there. Another quick shot on Biv. Utah definitely has that shot first mentality, not looking for those pretty plays only, just turn, fire, and see what you can maybe get through on Biv seems like the goal at the moment.
I mean, well, holding them at 0-0 almost to the end of the first period, I think that's going to be their tactic, is just as much as they can dump it into the net, that's what they're going to try and do.
And Utah did play last night at GCU, so the U of A with a little bit of the fresher legs. But now over to Dylan Dix. Dix with a shot. Michael out in front looking for the screen. Vance almost gets that one down, but Ethan Light throws that around. Fisher up the boards to Ziegler. Ziegler tries to jump on his own little pass, but Noonan breaks that one up. Now he'll get another chance. Connor Ziegler tries to dump it in deep. Malco gets in there. So Michael now over to Ethan Light. Ethan Light looking, waits, shoots right into the Arizona Biv, but Wyatt Light's able to get to the rebound first, and Light puts another shot on there. Light brothers taking every chance they get to get pucks in on Biv, and Malco will just have to break this one out. Tries to get it up to Ziegler, does. Good hit there from number 8, Sam Brickley.
No, this is definitely where Biv's going to have to shine tonight. They are a goal-oriented team.
And you never want to say that you're going to rely on a goalie to steal a game, but it sure can help every now and then when a goalie like Biv can steal one for you, but that's not the winning recipe for the entirety of this season.
No, and that's why we're going to have to really step up and, you know, create depth in these lines, because it's not fair to, you know, to leave Biv to be the savior.
Yeah, you definitely don't. Usually when your goalie's the #1 star, something went a little bit wrong in the game plan of the 60 minutes, but another good shot there from the U of A, testing Anderson up high. Langenbrunner went for a little bit of a cute touch pass in his own zone, not able to complete it. It's going to be Litwin in to take the face-off against Langenbrunner. A little bit of a broken face-off there, but Utah comes away with it. They'll just chip that one off the glass and all the way down. No icing. Maybe thinking the U of A player had an opportunity to play it, but chose not to. So the U of A off to break out of their own zone now. Up to the point, not able to get it out. Quick shot there. Dangerous chip chance out in front for Moeller, who is posted out in front.
No, and I think that's what's so dangerous about Utah is they are fast. They do not settle things. They absolutely run the plays as the puck comes to them.
And it looks like Utah is going to be going to the box here, I believe, in our first penalty of the game. Let's see what the call is here. Oh, no, looks like maybe a hand pass. Yeah, this one will come outside of the U of A zone. No penalty on the play. So Selman in to take the face-off against Langenbrunner. Wins it forward to Dylan Walker. Dylan Walker over the line, trying to dance through. Can't get past Dix. Selman takes a hit up high. And Walker, he's looking to line up his man, just not able to make the connection. Fortunate for Michael there, but does a good job getting out of that way. Now Gibney gets it up to Moeller. Moeller with a good power move. Gets it across. Quick shot there. Biv not able to get in front of it, but Gibney goes wide. Now the U of A can't break it over the blue line. A little bit of a turnover there. Good back check, though, by Brody Selman to make sure Utes are not able to bring it clearly over after that. Now Selman taking on Logan Jackson one-on-one. Jackson will poke that one away. Hull over to Lowell. 2:25 left in the first period. Now Selman back to Lowell. Overland looking to pinch there against Music. And Utah just trying to fire it out of the zone. Ref gets in the way, but they eventually do. U of A will dump this one in and go for a change. Logan Jackson over to Music. Gephardt dishes it in deep. Bibb throws it around the net. Shetland's first one to it. Now Sandoval not able to get that pass through the neutral zone. Little bit of a dangerous play there at the red line.
And I think that's what Utah's done. They have absolutely dominated the neutral zone and been able to dump it into our our defensive zone.
Yeah, clogging up that neutral zone is huge for any team, but the U of A is a team that loves breakouts that are built through their defensemen that are able to join the rush, get pucks up to forwards. Utah's been a good job denying that there. Like Ryan Fisher, one of the best offensive defensemen on this team. We really haven't seen the breakout passing from him just because I think the pressure of Utah has been a little bit tough to handle so far. Dix will dump this one in, but it'll be a delayed offsides, unfortunately for Miller, and this one will come out of the zone with 1:16 left. Score 0-0, Arizona against the Utah Utes. Very evenly matched game so far.
And I think that's what makes it exciting. I mean, it's, as much as fun as a blowout is, it is really, really cool to watch the Wildcats get tested and, see how they push back, see how they grow in this game.
Yeah, and this is a team that's building towards those national tournament aspirations, a program that absolutely believes they can get it done at the highest level. And the first way you prove that to yourself is getting it done against these teams at home. Anderson there with a little bit of a lackadaisical pass, comes out in front. Almost a self-inflicted wound there from Anderson, but Utah is able to escape. Ethan Light hanging out by the boards. He gets it across. Looking for the long stretch pass to Michael. Gets it to Wyatt Light. Michael, shot, save, Bivolcic. Great job there by Bibb to stay tall. A little bit of a 3-on-1 almost developed there, kind of out of nothing. Michael with a great pass over to Wyatt Light. And a quick shot there, but Bibb up to the challenge.
And that's the great thing, You can't rely on a goalie, but it's always good to have a good one.
Yeah, I don't think Bibb's ever going to prefer having an off night. That's never going to be his game plan.
No.
But at some point, those dangerous chances add up. But the U of A and Utah have been going blow for blow on the chances. Now Matthew Marquis trying to corral the puck down the wing. Good job there from Michael. He gets tied up with Marquis. Now over the line, Langrenbrunner with Gippany out in front. Langrenbrunner goes for the tuck on the glove side. Bibb holds the post. Another save there. 29 seconds left in the first period.
What an explosive last minute. I mean, we've already had 2 shots on goal. Bibb shot it down both times. I mean, they're not going down without a fight.
No, this is the momentum you want to carry into that second period. You see the way Bibb's playing. You just want to get him that support up front. And Marquis will be looking to do that. He takes a hit from Gippany. Now up through the neutral zone. Touch pass down into the U of A's zone. Shively's the first one there. Gippany all over him. 11 seconds left in the first period. Wildcats probably just be content to kill it, but they don't get it. Great block there. Unfortunately, it looked like it went off the hand of Hedgecock. He looks okay, but big block there from Hedge at the end of the period. So as we go into the first intermission, 0-0, your Wildcats against the Utah Utes, and a definite back and forth period.
Oh, yeah. I mean, these are just really well-matched teams, and you see, both sides have had breakouts. I definitely say Utah has probably been a little bit more heavy-handed in this first period, but I'm hoping that, the guys will be able to turn it around and come back for a really intense and hopefully, score some points in the second period.
As the period has gone on, I think the U of A really found their groove, especially in the offensive zone, being able to put more pressure on the U of A. But we will be back here in just a little bit to bring you second period action. Sebastian Janik joined by Sam Key. Stick with us. This is Wildcat Hockey. Welcome back, Wildcat fans, to the Tucson Arena. We are so happy to be back after a long time on the road. A lot of big milestones for a couple Wildcats on that road trip against Michigan Dearborn and Adrian. Although the outcomes weren't necessarily the best, Ryan Malco, Tyler Shetland, and Nicholas Sepinen all had big moments, with Shetland and Malco both getting their first goals as a Wildcat and Sepinen getting his first win in the ACHA. Let's check in with Malco, Shetland, and Sepinen to find out just what these moments meant to them in their career as a Wildcat.
Yeah, it was good to contribute. Played a big part in our win, and we took those 2 points. But just trying to keep it rolling. We got plenty of stuff to do, and plenty of areas we can be better. So we're just looking to do that.
Yeah, it felt great. I mean, the first 3 games of the season kind of felt like I had a monkey on my back. So it felt good in that 4th one to get that monkey off and get a greasy one.
It felt really great. Team played really well, and it was nice to go to Michigan and get a win right away. And for an away game too, so it was nice.
Before this weekend's homestand, we were able to catch up with head coach Chad Berman to find out his thoughts on the road trip and just how important these games at home this weekend are going to be.
We've been really trying to stay process-oriented, not outcome-oriented. We've had different, delays to starting and getting on the ice compared to other programs, so we don't want to get caught in that. I'm really happy with the progress. I feel like we're a much different team that we left Michigan than we left from Grand Canyon. In 1 week, I thought we improved a lot. Part of that is just challenging the group, putting them into tough situations, going into Dearborn for 2, playing a 3-3 against one of the top teams in the country, Adrian, and a clear national championship contender. Those things make you better.
Welcome back, Wildcat fans, to the Tucson Arena. Sebastian Janik high above the ice, joined by Sam Key, as your Arizona Wildcats take the ice here in the second period after a very close back and forth, a little bit of a chess match period there from Utah and the U of A. But Biv, standing strong, gets the U of A into this second period, all tied up at 0-0 with the Utah Utes.
And I think this period is going to be really critical for how the rest of the game is going to go. You know, I think this first goal is going to be really key in, you know, creating like the dynamic that the rest of the game is going to follow.
Yeah, I was feeling a little bit like first goal might win this one, but that's only the case if the U of A scores, of course.
Obviously.
And we have seen, you know, Sandoval, it's his first game as a Wildcat. He didn't play for a very long time. He hasn't really played in about a year because of an injury he suffered last season. But it looks like he's fit in pretty well on that second line with Shetland and Josephson. And of course, U of A going to be looking to their big top line of Lowell, Walker, and Selman to provide hopefully that offensive spark to get this first goal going.
And you know, I think we could see a little bit of that going in the first period. Lowell was really, really good at opening up some opportunities to, you know, break into the offensive zone and really, you know, kind of start to put pressure on Utah a little bit there.
Yeah, Anderson in net for Utah has looked good so far as well, but don't think he's been tested enough. U of A really kept trying to go high on him. We really didn't see any rebounds coming out into the slot, kind of creating some of that chaos that you hope to foster.
I'm thinking, you know, maybe this might be a rebound goalie. I think, you know, he's really been able to shut down some of the, we've thrown both high and low shots at him, and, you know, so maybe this is something that the Wildcats are going to need to just keep on it and just keep that pressure up there, and that's how they're going to break through.
Yeah, those second and third opportunities are definitely going to be a critical way to generate some offense against a Utah team that has relied mostly on their offense in their last 3 games against GCU. Big score lines against them. And so the U of A, if they're able to take advantage of those opportunities, they're there. But Utah has looked good in their own zone. Definitely in the first half of the first period, Utah was relying a little bit more on clean breakouts over the blue line. As things went on, a little bit more dump and chase. But from the speed we saw from Wyatt and Ethan Light, they can create chances off not a whole lot, kind of nothing looking broken plays, and a quick shot ends up on Biv.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be key, is just keeping on the Light brothers. You know, they are fast, they are good at opening things up, finding opportunities where they're not, you know, readily available necessarily. And so, you know, just staying on them and making sure that, you know, the Wildcats are shutting them down.
Utah has definitely had a shot-first mentality, not looking always for the prettiest play, but just get everything they can on net. Usually not too bad of a strategy.
Yeah.
So after Utah takes a little bit of lackadaisical time getting out onto the ice, we're getting ready here for the puck drop on the second. It's going to be Moeller out there with Langenbrunner and Gippany. Chad Berman rolling out his 4th line to start off with Litwin, Lusby, and Marquis. Jared Overland does a good job there to stop that breakout pass, but now Gibbony tries to pressure Hull. Hull fans on that one, but good support there from Litwin. Up to Marquis, he tries the little touch pass into the zone, nothing going. Knocked down there in neutral ice by Duke Litwin, good job there. Burst of speed over the line, goes around the net. Trying to create something, shot out in front. Good job there by Litwin. Now Overland with another shot. Marquis looking for the tip. Great burst of speed there by Litwin to beat Music around the outside. Marquis all over his man. Now Hull back to the point. Another shot, tip out in front, just wide. Josh Lusby with a great tip and a great first shift here coming from one of the depth lines of the Wildcats.
No, this is what an explosive start to this period.
And now looking for the long outlast pass to Brody Selman. Doesn't quite get there. Unfortunately, in offsides, he was calling for that one. Just couldn't quite connect with the stretch pass, but the U of A coming out buzzing here in the second period.
This is exactly what this team needs, especially, you know, this first goal is going to tip the scales a bit. You know, it's going to, well, someone's going to have to play catch up. And, you know, the U of A is coming out here tonight explosive in the second period, and I think that this is a good energy to move through the period with.
And speaking with Coach Berman before the game, he really wasn't looking for matchups. He wasn't looking to pair his lines based off of what the Utah Utes were rolling over their bench. So in the first shift, he rolls with one of his depth lines. They do a good job, and now it's going to be up to the top 6 to build upon that as Carter goes over to Dix in the Utah zone. Dix finds Ethan Light along the wing. He gets it quickly over to Wyatt Light. Light brothers going back and forth. Now Fisher takes Wyatt Light hard into the boards. He pops up with the puck, though. Back to the point now. They try to dish it in deep. Selman knocks it down. Can they get an odd man rush going the other way? Fisher joined by Walker. Now Walker over the line. Tries to feed it over to Fisher. Can't quite get it. Ethan Light's the only one to skate onto it. But that one does not get out of the zone. Now Cosden dumps it in on Anderson. Dix settles it down. Good forecheck there from Jesse Lowell.
And this is what keeps it exciting, keeping it in their offensive zone, you know? And just opening up these opportunities, making Anderson sweat a little bit, making him work for this.
Yeah, and that's a little bit of a dangerous outlet pass up there, but Wyatt Light's able to come away with it. Now Light battling against Sandoval. He tries to go back to his brother, not able to connect. Now it's going to be the U of A. And it looks like this is going to come back. I think it's a hand pass called here, so this will come back outside of the U of A zone. Good job here by both teams keeping everything 5-on-5 so far. Hasn't really had, you know, some of that chippiness and aggression we saw when Davenport came in here, but I've got a feeling any type of scoring is going to amplify that.
I agree.
So Yurtis in to take the face off here against Sandoval, playing in his first game as a Wildcat. A little bit quick in there from Yurtis. Get a little bit of a warning there from the ref. Able to win it back though. Langenbrunner dishes it deep. Hedgecote can't get it. It's going to be Light with it here. Skating all around the U of A zone. U of A not able to get the puck off of his stick. Now Music shot, trying to look for a tip there. Not able to get it. Good job there to break up that play by the U of A. Will Josephson with a good defensive move.
I think our defense has really stood out to me this game. Just, you know, Utah is a very offensive team, and we've been able to hold them off this entire period.
Yeah, limiting odd man rushes against has been huge for this U of A team, and now it's Dylan Walker with a burst of speed. Walker gets around one man. Music cuts him off, but Walker still with the puck, gets it out in front. A chance there possibly for Malco. Can't get the shot through, but back to the point. Now Hull holds, waits, shot, doesn't get through. Good block there by Miller. So now the U of A looks to set up in the Utah zone. Carter pinning it against the boards, but it's going to be Malco who gets in there, gets it from his belly with a reaching puck held there at the line. Overland waits, looks for a lane, doesn't find it, tries to go back to Malco. Malco's going to have to be quick on this one, though. Good hustle from Malco.
And I think that's what's dangerous is, you know, when the U of A hesitates, that's where Utah strikes. And so it's really about not stopping there and just taking action with the puck.
Yeah, good decisive move there by Malco. Ziegler's going to try to get in here, does a good job. Now over to Overland. He can't settle the puck down to get a scoring chance, but a good job there from the U of A. Now Vance tries to go back to the point, can't quite get it. Ziegler on the cycle, back to Overland. Over to Hull. Hull shoots, tries to go wide, and does, but the U of A not able to get onto the rebound. Malco a little bit slow to get up. They've been out there for a while on this shift. Moeller doesn't receive the puck down the boards, and now it's Overland again. He'll skate it behind the net. Overland looking for the open man, finds hold, can't get the one-timer. Broken play there, but a shot. Good job out in front by Sifrino. He was blocking his man. Now the U of A keeps it in. Great dominant shift here from the U of A. Overland over to Hull. Hull with a shot into the glove of Anderson, but with 15:33 left here in the second. Definitely a great job here by the U of A, pinning Utah in their own zone.
No, this has been exciting, and really just seeing, you know, the U of A wake up from the first period and, you know, like, okay, we're going to step into this game, and that's what they've done in this period.
And that was a long shift from Jared Overland, but a very effective shift there with multiple keep-ins. So Litwin in to take the face off, tied up. Utah tries to come away with it, but just slams it off the boards. Ethan Light can't corral it, but now it's Michael. Utah having some trouble getting over the blue line, which is what the U of A needs to create. Now Lusby and Litwin doing a great job, but Michael reaches behind the back and able to make it so that's not an odd man rush. No icing here. U of A trying to set something up again. Marquis tries to go out in front, only finds Ethan Light. Over the line. Wyatt Light can't control it, but Ethan Light's in the support. Both players going down low, and Ethan and Wyatt Light fighting through to create an offensive opportunity, but not able to get a strong shot off on Bvolsic. So now Logan Jackson behind his own end. Jackson dumps it down deep. Biv plays that one. Fisher in support. Michael all over him. Now Selman tries to dump it out. Doesn't get there. Biv shoves that one into the corner. Selman battling there with Light, and Marquis comes away with it. Marquis dumps it in on Anderson with Walker pressuring him. Utah just has to get this one out as quick as they can, but you saw in that neutral zone, they're almost able to skate onto that puck.
No, I mean, I think the U of A's really
And
stepped up.
Dylan Walker with a great save there. Dylan Walker in, looking shot right off the mask of Anderson, but Dylan Walker with a tricky keep in. Gets a good shot there on Anderson, but back the other way, it's Wyatt Light. He gets tangled at the blue line. Great job there. Now it's Walker coming back the other way. Walker over to Selman. Selman waits, goes out in front, tries to find Lowell. Doesn't get there, but a great chance there from Walker. And that line showing just why they have been so offensively dangerous here at the start of this season.
I mean, Walker's just an incredibly smart player.
Yeah, he jumps up to keep that puck in, knocks it past 2 Utah players to create that scoring chance. Now it's going to be a battle here. Utah looked like they got in there. I'm guessing Bryce Miller is a little confused, but now at the benches getting a little bit of animosity brewing. It's going to be Dylan Walker in there mixing it up. Dylan Walker gets tripped down a little bit, and some of that chirpiness that we hadn't seen at all is Carter and Walker going at it. So we'll see how that shapes up throughout this game.
Yeah, I mean, the tensions were bound to build. It's 0-0 and, you know, almost halfway through the second period.
13:29 left in the second period. We are still all tied up at 0-0. Both of these teams playing structured good hockey so far, and out of that little scrum, it looks like we're going to have someone going to the box here. So face-off will come out to center. No, I think the ref was just vehemently pointing to the dot more so than the box. And this one will be out at center ice. Good discipline there from both teams to keep this 5-on-5. And just from seeing what Ethan and Wyatt Light have been able to do offensively,
we do not want a power play there.
Staying out of the box is going to be huge for both of these teams, but now it's Utes. Utes shot, save, Biv, rebound out in front. Biv pokes it out far enough to where the rebound isn't too easy, but Utah getting some chances here off that rush. Dix with a blast. That goes wide on Bivolsic, hits the back of the net, and the U of A will look to break out here. Now Will Josephson over the line, down the wing, shot on Anderson, rebound out in front, Shetland with a follow-up. And just not able to get it past Anderson, but a great job there by Josephson to get that one in, create the rebound with the shot, and Shetland with the follow-up. Now Miller tries to get it across to Utes, doesn't quite get there. Now Hull up to Josephson. He's got some help middle if he can get it there. Josephson tries to dish it back to Shetland, gets it. Shetland waits, goes back, Sandoval back up to the point. Now Matthew Hull can't settle it down. Great pirouette move there from Hull to create some space, but just can't quite hold on to the puck. He's in a battle along the boards. And Sandoval going at it with Dylan Dix out in front of the net away from the play. Now Utes battling number 14, but Overland wins that one. Still in the U of A zone. Quick shot there, save Bivolsic right into the chest.
No, I mean, this is definitely shaping up to be the more exciting period of the two. We've seen a lot more physicality in this one. Still really incredibly smart hockey. And, you know, I'm excited. I think we're building to something here. I feel like a goal's probably not far off.
Yeah, that tension's starting to build slowly with Dix and Sandoval getting into it away from the play. And we also saw Carter and Walker getting into it, so we'll see how that develops throughout the game. But now it's going to be Duke Litwin. He tries to get it up to Ziegler. Ziegler gets a stick on it, but Logan Jackson controls it behind the net. Utah, nice little touch pass there to Langrenbrunner, but U of A says no along the benches. Music. Now Moeller tries to get it in. Langrenbrunner comes away with the puck. He held along the dots, throws it out in front. No one home. Now Gibbony out in front, almost finds Langrenbrunner wide open out in front. Now a possible odd man rush coming the other way. Malco over the line. Waite shoots, tries to go high on Anderson. That one sails wide. And now Utah, Moeller back the other way. He gets around Cosden, but just can't hold on to the puck. Fisher tries to tie up his man. Good support there from the forwards coming back on the back check, but U of A's got to get this out now.
No, it's about clearing it and moving it down, because when we can put pressure down in their zone, we are effective. We are making things happen.
Quick shot there from the point. That one goes wide. Now the U of A trying to break it out again. Fisher gets it down deep to Ziegler. Ziegler throws a shot in there on Anderson. Dix makes sure he doesn't get the rebound, but this comes out to the top. Now Hedgecoke waits, goes around behind the net. Hedgecoke, almost a big hit there from Dix, but Hedgecoke dodges that one. Marquis getting into a little bit behind the play. That's a quick shot there from the point. Now Lusby, he's getting in on the forecheck. This line has been good so far in terms of creating havoc in the offensive zone. Hedgecoke with a good steal at the blue line. Cifrino goes straight over his man. Now Hedgecoke is tangled up. Another Utah player jumps on top of him. And that looks like Carter, who got into it with Walker. So Carter and Hedgecoke with a little bit of a grappling MMA match there. And we'll see how this comes away in terms of disciplinary action. 10:09 left in the second period. Things boiling over pretty quick there.
And Hedgecoke goes in the box.
So Carter and Hedgecoke are both going to be going to the box. U of A crowd's going to make sure Carter understands that he made a mistake. I think that's the politest way of saying what the U of A fans are trying to tell him. A little bit of a mistake there, but I think what happened there is that Cifrino goes down, and then Walker comes in to throw a barreling hit onto Hedgecoke, but goes right over Cifrino, and Hedgecoke did not take kindly to that. So a little bit of the extracurricular is starting to emerge here halfway through the second period.
I mean, it's building. We're 0-0. Things, you know, no one's comfortable in this game tonight.
And U of A has 4 forwards out there at the moment, with Utah with 5, but Michael's going to take the skate back to the bench as the ref escorts him to just exactly where he's seated. So we're going to get 4-on-4 hockey here for the next 2 minutes. This is going to open up here with a lot more ice.
This will be interesting what these players are able to do with a little extra space, you know?
And winning this first face-off is definitely very important. So both players going to the box for roughing. Hedgecoke for the U of A and Carter for Utah. Now Jesse Lowell, the captain, big burst of speed down the wing. Can't quite hold on to the puck, but settles it down. Now Lowell trying to get some support. Hull comes in from the point, but Utah is able to get that one out. Now Ethan Light tries to go down the boards. Lowell ties him up, breaks it up. Jackson can't hold at the blue line. U of A back with possession. Now Lowell feeds Selman. Selman, burst of speed, shot, pad, save Anderson. Good connection there from Jesse Lowell and Brody Selman to create an offensive scoring opportunity. And with this 4-on-4, a lot more opportunity, but now Ethan Light in on Biv, save Bavolsic. A little bit of friendly fire there. Luckily Biv's doing just fine. Shetland, a little bit too much speed to control, but some of the most open space we've seen throughout this entire game, and it's only coming with 9:21 left in the second, but 4-on-4 hockey is definitely exciting for these teams.
Oh, it is. It's really exciting to watch, and especially that drive down to Utah. I mean, the chemistry on that line was awesome. They were in sync. I mean, that was a great shot on goal.
Aside from being line mates, Jesse Lowell and Brody Selman call each other Lil Bro and Big Bro, with Jesse being the big bro, because Jesse can beat up most people. But Brody is no slouch either, there's no doubt about that. But great chemistry there on and off the ice. Selman comes away with the win. Puck control for the U of A. Selman goes for a change. Good job there for him to win that face-off. Now Hull. Shetland accelerates. He couldn't quite skate onto that puck. I think Hull was trying to leave a bit more. Dylan Dix caved him in. Utah, they'll look to set up for the first time in this 4-on-4. Langrenbrunner out in front. Fanned on the shot there. Very dangerous chance. Another chance there. Good block by the U of A. Definitely some offensive momentum being built here. Gibney goes behind the net to Langrenbrunner. Langrenbrunner looking for an outlet pass. Can't quite find it. He'll skate up the zone. And Utah just kind of carelessly turning this one over when really they were in the driver's seat with 22 seconds left in this 4-on-4.
No, I mean, I would love to see us do another drive down. If Utah's going to light up, let's take advantage of it while we got the open ice.
Definitely. So now over the line. Ziegler off sides, and with 8 seconds left in the 4-on-4, definitely some offensive, a little bit more of an offensive dynamic there in the 4-on-4. This will be quickly back to 5-on-5. We'll see how well Hedgecock and Carter get along for the rest of the game.
No, they're ready to come back on. They're standing up, ready to get back on this ice and, finish out the rest of this period.
I'm sure they'll have some very cordial words for each other, but now Gephardt over, tries to take a shot. Good block there by Fisher. Harmlessly knocks that one up into the netting. We will have a face-off in the U of A zone. 8:10 left in the second period. Your score still 0-0. U of A Wildcats and the Utah Utes.
And it probably doesn't hurt that, the Utah Utes are on a three-game weekend. We've got fresher legs. We've got, we're at home. There's something to be said about that.
Cosden can't control that one. Gibney out in front. Good save there by Biv. Gephardt with the chance. Little bit of a breakdown there. Kaz not able to quite get to the puck, and Gephardt tries to go backhand up high on Biv, but Biv does a great job standing tall, taking away the top of that net. And both goalies having a little bit of a quiet period here.
Yeah.
Just the volume in terms of shots has not quite been what we've seen in other games, but
really intense hockey to watch tonight.
yeah, there definitely feels like a sense of, anybody who makes the first mistake could be responsible for that main turnover, that giveaway, whatever it might be. But now Ziegler with a good burst of speed. Ziegler trying to go to the outside, trying to dance through, just can't get there. Good defensive job there by Logan Jackson to create it going up the other way. Now Miller. Utah trying to set up, can't quite do it. Light was not able to hold on to that. It was Utes who was not able to hold on to that puck. But Music will try to go up through the middle. Utes tips that one in. Shively with a good job there to break that up. That one comes out right in front, and Biv. Good job there.
What a night for Biv. I mean, he has been put to the test over and over and over again tonight, and he has shown up every time.
He's been very good up high, but getting tested there down low, quick with the pads, and Biv looking dialed in. That's what you need. I mean, the U of A has played a very even game, and they look like nothing chances, but Utah has really been sending one forward to the front of the net every single time, and they're trying to go either behind the net or from the boards out to the middle. It's usually a good recipe to score goals, but if it becomes too formulaic, hopefully the U of A can catch on to that a little bit. Yeah. So now Hole behind his net, tries to get it out. Music ties up Lusby. Now Lusby along the boards. Another good hit there by Marquis. Ethan Light will try to get that one out in front, but no one home. Now Dix behind the net to Ethan Light. He looks for some open space, gets around his man, Ethan Light, creating some opportunities all on his own, but not able to tuck that one in. And now Hole trying to break it out. Light keeps it in though, Ethan Light.
Definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Good job there by Hole though, to just take the body, pin your man up against the boards, let your team get a breakout. Good pressure here from Lusby, but Music's able to get it up to Wyatt Light. So Wyatt Light can't dance around Brody Selman. He'll look to take it over the line. And that one is blown offside as Marquis just could not get past Ethan Light on the way out of the zone. So with 6:30 left in the second period, both teams looking for that first goal. Both goalies looking very solid, and both teams not giving up many chances, especially in terms of odd man rushes. We really haven't seen any major breakdowns from either team so far.
This is definitely the most evenly set match we've gotten to see from the Wildcats this season.
Definitely. So Anderson will knock that one down. Moeller looks to skate it out. Dumps it in over the red line. Biv back behind his net to play it with Moeller on him. He takes the puck away. Langenbrunner goes for a quick shot. Biv has to recover quickly. Another shot from the point tipped there by Moeller.
And that's what's so dangerous, those quick shots on goal.
Another quick shot there. Bib's not able to handle that one. Now Moeller, stick between the legs, tries to get it out front. Nothing going there for Gibney. And now they'll go back behind again. Moeller, Langenbrunner tries to tuck it around the net. Biv holds the post though. Oh, a big hit there away from the play. Dylan Walker gets knocked down, and that creates a big chance. Langenbrunner, big shot out in front in the slot. Biv has to be smart to that one. And Walker took a bit of a reverse hit there, gets knocked down away from the play, and that opens up a lot of space for Utah and Langenbrunner to get that shot away from the.
It's
pretty close
to see
in
no
on.
call on that.
Yeah, the refs have been. They've only, I mean, the exchange between Hedgecock and Carter is something that you either call or let them have an MMA fight. So that call was definitely happening. But the refs have been quiet here tonight, letting the guys play. A quick shot there. That goes through the slot. Back to Music at the point. Music goes wide. And now here's a chance for Utah as they set up again. Shot from the point. That one goes wide on Music. But this is a good setup here from Utah, creating some trouble in the offensive zone. Miller, that one will go straight to Shively. He'll try to put it off the boards and down. Doesn't quite get there. Sandoval in. Kicks it to Shively. Shively gets tied up real quick though. Another chance out in front. Utes having a good shift here. Another big hit from Utah. Shetland tries to get in the way of that one. Doesn't quite get there. So Sandoval been going at it pretty heavily with Utes there. Utes a little bit slow to get up. So we'll see if this thing shakes out into any disciplinary action or if they'll stay 5-on-5.
Hoping to stay 5-on-5. We really don't want to open up with a 0-0, goal right now. We don't want to open up any more opportunities for Utah.
Yeah, this is not the time to go to a penalty kill. So Sandoval, gets a little bit feisty there, but not enough to take a penalty, just walking that line a little bit. But Utes had a great shift, creating some trauma there for the U of A behind their own net. Utah good in the dot, but Ziegler comes away with it. Ziegler tries to chuck it past Michael.
Ziegler's had some great breakaways tonight.
Now Overland out in front. Malco just can't control it. He tries to go forehand, backhand, wide open. Net as Anderson had overcommitted, but Malco just cannot get the handle. But Ziegler starts that off after the faceoff. Looked like a win by Utah, but just a great hustle by Ziegler.
Oh, and you've seen it a lot tonight from him. He's been really in this game tonight.
So now the U of A looks to break it out again. Overland dumps it in deep. Noonan and Dix playing catch to try to get it out. Noonan will just scrape that one through the neutral zone. And the first one on it is Wyatt Light. Wyatt Light against Hole. That one comes out in front, but taken away there. And Ziegler, that one's right in between his skates, but that will not go all the way down. 3:58 left in the second period. As Wyatt Light gets over to Ethan Light, but Ziegler is not letting them have any easy chemistry at the moment. Cross to Michael, doesn't connect. Now Sofrino. He can't get past his man. Stays out of the U of A zone, dumped in. And with 3:38 left in the second period, U of A will set up, look to get the breakout.
That's important here. I mean, we don't really want to go into the third period 0-0.
And now with possible 3-on-2 developing, just can't get it through Marquis. Utah almost had a chance there to break it out, but that one goes wide of Ethan Light. Biv takes that. Fisher takes a big hit behind the net from Ethan Light, but the U of A is able to come away with the puck. Fisher, good job there. Over to Marquis. Marquis trying to feed middle for Lusby, but just a little bit too far ahead of him. Anderson paddles that one into the corner. And now Utah trying to come back quickly the other way, but Biv's going to get there first. Gets that one into the boards. Fisher takes it away. Selman takes a huge hit at the line as he's looking upwards for the puck. And Dylan Dix takes the opportunity to throw the body into him. Now Selman takes the chance to hit Dix. Utah, quick shot through the point. That one comes all the way around. Enough on it to get to the Utah player. Dylan Walker was looking to absolutely turn the Jets on, but just unfortunately puck too far ahead of him. So now Jesse Lowell goes in the corner with Fisher. Utah comes away with it though. Good quick turn there by Moeller. Moeller keeping it all himself right now. Langenbrunner tries to get a shot through. Selman with the block. Now U of A calm, controlled breakout, but just too far ahead for Jesse Lowell. And that one will go down for icing. Puck comes back to the U of A zone. 2:02 left in the second period.
Oh man, I mean, we're down to the wire here, and you can feel it. It is tense on the ice tonight.
Yeah, it just really feels like that one little mistake, that one extra pinch, that one mishandle is gonna really determine the pace and feel of this game. And usually, you know, in the ACHA, you maybe see a little bit more breakdowns than in the NHL, of course, but both of these teams have played very well structured hockey, but a big chance here. Biv has to fight that off. Another chance out in front. Biv with a toe save. Another pad save from Bivolsic. A huge toe save and then a pad save out in front, saving the U of A's bacon right there. Bivolsic with some huge saves, but the U of A is not out of trouble yet.
Oh my gosh, someone go buy him a medal or something for that.
That's where the flexibility you see goalies exert can scare you a little bit, but luckily the U of A able to squeeze this one out of the zone. Walker creating some problems here. Selman skates onto the puck. Walker couldn't quite get out of the zone quick enough, so Selman will just dump that one down. Minute 22 left in the first period. And Nolan Bivolsic keeping this one at zeros for Utah. But a chance here for Miller. He gets in. Langenbrunner in support. Hedgecoke going at it with Miller. Now the U of A looking to break out. They'll chip it up through the middle. Settled down by Carter. Over to Noonan. Noonan tries to go up through the middle. Hits his own man. Michael blocks the breakout pass. But a little bit of a trading of wedge shots here. Little flop shots here from both teams. Michael almost gets onto that one. Dangerous chance there between Miller and Michael. Hedgecote gets in the way. He drops the stick on the check. So without a stick now, 5 on 4.5 with Hedgecote without his stick. Sandoval in there. 30 seconds left in the first period. Sandoval and Michael going at it, but Shetland will come away with it. Shetland trying to break it out. Gets away from his man, tries to dip it up, but Carter gets to it first. Ethan Light takes a hit there by Sandoval along the benches. They'll go back and forth a little bit. It looks like it's going to be a delayed penalty here. And this is important. You really don't want to see Overland take a penalty. So Ethan Light getting a little bit extracurricular here, and we'll see how this one shakes out in terms of penalties.
Yeah, we cannot afford one, especially not in the last 8 seconds. You want to just hold this out, regroup, and come back full in.
So Ethan Light, the only player making a skate to the box. He might have had a lot of words for the U of A, but it's going to be hard to hear him from inside the box. So now the U of A going to the power play. Only 8 seconds left here in the second, but being able to come out on that fresh sheet of ice in the third on the power play.
That'll be good. That's going to open up some interesting opportunities for us, especially coming fresh off the ice, ready to attack, ready to create this lead moving into the third period.
We'll see how Ethan Light handles his first time in the box. The Light brothers known for being a little bit, wires can cross here and there. I mean, what hockey player can't say that happens, but the Light brothers, definitely two players that like to play on the edge. So Selman here, face off. Now Walker, Lowell, looking for a shot, hits Selman. Selman, 3 seconds left, 1 second left. Dangerous chance out in front, doesn't make it over the goal line, but a great start to this power play for the U of A. They'll have 1:52 left on this power play as they come out for the third period. And a big swing of momentum possibly here in this game that has been so tightly matched so far.
I would love to see this power play, shift the tides in this game. It's such a tight game, and it doesn't look like it's going to be changing for the third period. And it's important to just really capitalize on this power play that we got.
Special teams can absolutely dictate the flow of a game, and we will have your third period action resuming here after the intermission, where your Wildcats will be on a 1 minute and 52 second power play. Sebastian Janik with Sam Key high above the ice. Stick with us. We will be back for the third period in just a few minutes. This is Wildcat Hockey. Welcome back, Wildcat fans, to the Tucson Arena as we prepare for the third period. Definitely a very close game so far here at the Tucson Arena. Battle of the goaltenders. A little bit of battles on the ice too. Things getting a little bit chippy there in the second period, but luckily U of A is able to stay 5-on-5, or keep 5 of their players on the ice, and the U of A will start this period with 1 minute and 52 seconds on the power play.
Oh, you can hear the crowd. The crowd is ready for this power play to start off this period. I mean, this is an exciting moment. This could turn the tides of the game if the U of A is able to play this right.
Definitely. So the U of A will be looking to build on their home success that they enjoyed last season. On the road has not been the best for the U of A, and we know in the ACHA that many teams play better at home than they do on the road. So this is going to be up to the U of A to establish some home dominance here, as Chad Berman will go with his top line of Brody Selman, Jesse Lowell, and Dylan Walker.
Ready to put the pressure on for this power play.
So let's get ready to drop the puck on the third period. Big power play start here for the U of A, as Utah will knock this one down the boards and Fisher will carry in the U of A zone. U of A looking to set up on the power play. Jesse Lowell back to Ryan Fisher. He looks to find on the wing, not sure who, that was Dylan Walker on the wing. And now Fisher goes behind the net, out to Walker. He dumps it low to Selman. Selman back to Walker, back up to the point. Fisher shot, tipped out in front, but comes down before it gets to Anderson. Now the U of A will look to establish some zone time here on the power play. Walker tries to get it through, hits a Utah player, and that one bounces down, and Utah is able to clear it. Well, they're on the power play here, so not exactly sure how there's an icing. So that's a little bit of an interesting call. Let's see if the refs rectify that. I think they might have forgot that this is not even strength hockey at the moment. So we'll see where this face-off ends up. It's going to come back to center, it looks like. 1:06 left on the power play for the Wildcats. And they'll roll out their second line of this power play. Malco with Lusby and Shetland up front, Hull and Overland.
It's really up to them to just create space up in that offensive zone and really make it work, you know, because even 4-on-5, you know, Utah is putting up a fight here.
So U of A will really look to capitalize on some momentum here. Tyler Shetland with a big burst of speed. Shetland down the board, circles back, looks for some open options, tries to go to Malco, kept in at the point by Overland. Overland behind to Shetland, gets through him, but Hull in the pinch keeps it alive for the U of A. 30 seconds left on the power play. Overland patient, back to Malco. Malco, Shetland, over to Hull. Hull looks for a shooting lane, shoots. Big block there by Carter. There's a little bit of a 2-on-2 coming back the other way. Good blocker save there by Bavolsik. Now the U of A will look to turn it back up the ice. Lusby over the line. Malco tries to chip it to the middle, just can't quite get there. And it's going to be Utah able to settle it down. Gibney tries to get it out, and the power play will end. Ethan Light out of the box as Dylan Dix knocks it into the zone. Overland looks for an outlet pass, flicks it up through the middle. Knocked down by Music there, he dumps it in. So Overland, a little bit of a skate move there to get it over to Hull. He'll knock it up the boards. Sofrino looks to get to the middle, but Ethan Light back over the line. Fresh legs after serving that penalty, but not able to get anything out of it. Now it's Litwin looking to break it up with Marquis. Marquis, nice little behind the back move to drag the puck to him. He's going to go in with Dix.
A little bit of a tussle in the corner there.
Selman back to the point. Shot from the point, long blocker save. Another chance there on Anderson. Good pad save as Selman gets the rebound chance. So now Ethan Light. Over to the captain, Dylan Dix. He tries to find the outlet pass. Nothing going. Logan Jackson not able to skate onto that one, and this one comes back to the Utah zone. 17:04 left in the third period. All tied up, 0-0, and a great battle here at the Tucson Arena. We'll be back tomorrow night Another 7:30 puck drop here against Utah once again. So these two teams will take whatever animosity develops tonight, take it over tomorrow. Jesse Lowell, quick shot from the point. Big glove save by Anderson. Lowell follows up that with a big hit behind the net. The captain, Jesse Lowell, trying to get things fired up, but it's going to be Utah coming back the other way.
And this is where Jesse shines, just bringing that physicality back into the game.
Jesse, big, tough forward who knows how to throw his body around in the right ways. Michael over to Light. Light tries to get a quick shot through, gets blocked down, back to Light. Another chance, toe drag, doesn't get the shot off. Ethan Light, or Wyatt Light, not afraid to try some of the dirty dangles in close. But a good forecheck here from Dylan Walker, touches the puck around the net. And Walker will look to set up on the cycle here. Back to the point. Fisher tries to get through, multiple tips. Josephson out in front, 2 chances at it. Another chance, they can't get to the puck, and it's gonna be a 4-on-2 coming the other way. Ethan Light waits, shoots, but I think that went over the blocker of Babolsik. If not, a great blocker save. Another chance there. That one deflects off Fisher, and it's gonna be Josephson bringing it back for the Wildcats. Josephson over the blue line, sends one in on Anderson. He sticks that one, grabs it. Gets a bit of a face of snow, and Utah's going to take exception to that. Music making sure the U of A knows that if they're going to spray their goalie, it's not going to go without an answer. It was Sandoval there, but Anderson, good job there to corral that puck quickly off the hard shot.
Once again, it just, you can't afford any of these penalties. You know, 0-0 in the third period. It's crunch time here.
Yeah, and that's where the discipline aspect of the Chad Berman system comes into play. Such a professional coach who holds his players to an incredibly high standard. And knowing in the back of your head that if you're the guy who goes to the box right now and blows this game wide open, it's a lot of pressure to have. So both of these teams trying to be as responsible as they can. So it'll be Yurtis in to take the face-off against Sandoval for the U of A. Tied up there in the face-off dot, and this one comes around the other way. Bryce Miller, number 7. Long shot on Bavolsik, in and out of the glove. Almost a rebound chance there for Miller again. Dix almost gets that one behind his back, but U of A is able to force it out. So now Hull and Overland. Hull looking middle. Goes to dump it in. Shetland gets run off his line by Dix. Now dumped in deep by Gethart. He gets taken down in the neutral zone. Miller can't hold on to that one, and it's Will Josephson who comes away with it. Down the boards. Hull, good job there to seal that off.
Hull and Overland have had a really good chemistry on the ice tonight.
Yeah, 2 players who might not play the flashiest brand of defensive hockey, but 2 incredibly responsible players. So Logan Jackson trying to go up through the middle, nothing going. Now Ryan Malco over the line. Malco on sides, luckily by the hustle by Ziegler. This will be Moeller now trying to get it out for Utah. Langenberner comes in support. That one almost a little tip there for Langenberner. Or Gethart almost pokes that one through, but Shively says no. Shively against Logan Jackson in the corner. Now it'll be Moeller for Utah. A little chip and chase behind Hedgecoke. Hedgecoke will go in, throws a hit, takes the body. Vance in support. This one does not get out though. Fanned at the line by Dix, but it's still in deep. Hedgecoke looking to get this one out. Malco with a little touch does so. Ziegler gets it down into the Utah zone, and Vance will follow up. Interesting touch bats there to no one, and that'll give some time for Ryan Fisher. Big head of steam, tries to go around Dix, does so. Now Noonan can't get it. Sofrino toe picks a little bit there and goes hard into the boards. He's struggling to get off the ice. There's going to be a whistle here. Give Sofrino a chance to get off the ice. Just a little bit of a harsh toe pick too close to the boards, and hopefully he'll be no worse for wear. 13:54 left in this third period. Definitely one of the closest checking defensive games we have seen all season.
I mean, this is probably one of the closest games I've watched from the Wildcats in my time.
Let alone from watching the NHL recently, there haven't been many games this close feeling. Litwin will try to get on the forecheck against Dix. Comes out to Lusby. He'll settle it, looking for an outlet. Good pressure there though, and now it's going to be Wyatt Light He holds, waits, tries to go middle to Ethan Light. Puck got there, but Ethan Light not able to corral it, and it'll be Matthew Marquis up the other way. Gets it to the middle to Lusby. Now Cosden over the line, defenseman on the rush. Marquis tries to line up his man, can't quite get it. So that'll be Michael. He gets taken down by Litwin. They go spinning around into the U of A offensive zone, but Ethan Light able to wait, and he's almost onside. Close chance there for Utah as Ethan Light got on his horse and was just offsides by a hair there.
Oh man, I mean, this is, you can see everything's coming down to the wire. They're hustling harder, they're staying in it, they're fighting. No one wants this game to go into overtime tonight. They are trying to finish this out here and now.
After 47 minutes of battling so far. So Jesse Lowell and Ethan Light, they're gonna start to get into it. Trading jabs. Ref will have a little talking to, make sure they understand that, believe it or not, that's not legal. So have to keep an eye on Ethan Light and Jesse Lowell, see what they get into.
Definitely two physical players, both teams. Don't want to rile them up. Don't want to make any unnecessary mistakes as Hull moves it down the ice.
Hull dumping on Anderson. He'll just corral that one. And Brody's going to not give him the snow spray. Just slows down nice and easily.
Yeah, sometimes some mistakes you only make once, you know?
Well, especially because, I mean, right now with the chance of retaliatory penalties and little things like that unfolding if a scrum happens, you can never be just quite sure what the refs are going to see and decide who to take. You don't want to put yourself in that situation where you think it's unfairly, but you're the one sent off. So Brody Selman wins the faceoff against Erdis. Still in a battle with Erdis' stick tied up in him, but now Walker will get to the puck first. Back behind for Brody Selman. Selman out in front to Hull. Hull, a lot of time and space. Good save by Anderson. Good effort there from Erdis to get the puck out of the zone, but a great offensive chance for the Wildcats. Now Gephardt takes a hit from Hull. Things getting a little bit more physical here as we get later into this third period. Battle along the boards. Comes back to the point. Shot from Carter. That one goes wide. Utah, no problem taking those wide shots from the point, hoping something pops out in front. Almost dangerous chance there that Carter set, or Miller set up. Great block there by the captain, Jesse Lowell, showing the way it's done. And then he throws another hit at the benches. Jesse Lowell showing just why he wears the C for this club. And now Selman with a touch pass to Lowell. Lowell over to Selman, puck a little bit in his skates, just not able to corral that. Miller's not able to get to it quick enough though. Gephardt, Shetland pressuring him.
No, definitely some good offensive pressure here from the U of A.
Miller throws that one right into Langenberner, so that will not enter the zone. Now Wildcats will retrieve, and I'll end up going down for an icing. A lot of whistles here, kind of a little bit of stop and start play here in the third, but both of these teams know just what's on the line in such a close game in the third period, where your inside conference points make all the difference at the end of the year. And it might seem early now, but when you look back, when you are in a position to qualify for the national tournament, every win helps you punch that ticket to the championship.
Exactly, and with 11:32 left, it is time to get those points and seal, really start paving the way to nationals.
Every game is a building block, and this has been a great game so far for the U of A. As Utah was able to put up a tremendous amount of goals against GCU. One game coming away at 10-4. But the Wildcats doing a good job in front of Biv, and Biv doing a great job at what he does. And especially that sequence in the second period where he had multiple pad stops right after one another. He got one of them with the toe. That was just such a fantastic save.
That was a beautiful save, and oh my gosh, the entire audience is up and out of their seats. Biv has definitely kept us on our toes tonight.
Yeah, definitely using his toes to keep us on our toes. So you want to rely on your veteran goaltenders to provide that calming presence as Moeller dishes it in. Hedgecock looks to seal him off. Allows Shetland to skate onto the puck. Josephson will twirl that one out of the zone. So Music gives it over to Hedgecock. Hedgecock can't connect with Ziegler, This one will come back to the neutral zone. He dumped in, straight to Shively. Shively looking for the outlet pass. Connor Ziegler in all alone. Connor Ziegler dekes, shoots, and Anderson barely gets the 5-hole shut as Connor Ziegler goes forehand, backhand, tries to slip it 5-hole. But what a great outlet pass there from John Shively up to Connor Ziegler.
And what a great burst of speed. I mean, Ziegler, I think that's really where he's shown tonight. He has been fast, and that's what's going to win this. That's going to, we only have 10 minutes, 47 seconds left. It is time to get a goal and finish this game out.
And that speed is a big defining factor of what makes this team built different from last year's team. But now it's about using that speed. Speaking of speed, Ethan Light tries to feed Wyatt Light, busting through the zone. He got all alone, so we got to keep an eye out for Wyatt Light late in the game. Noah Vance tries to get past Dix, nothing going. And Carter will just dump that one on Biv. He'll settle it down. Now it's Fisher trying to get up the boards with Vance. Big road block there on the near boards. So Utah not able to come away with it. Just off the glass. Good responsible play there from Ziegler. He slows down, doesn't throw the big hit. He sees the numbers, and taking a penalty like that at this point could really change the whole game. So good awareness there by Connor Ziegler to hold up on the hit.
No, they're playing smart hockey here, and that's important at the end. You don't want to blow it over something dumb.
Yeah, that is, I'm guessing that the coaches might have a little bit more of a strategic way of saying it, but yes, I think the message of don't be dumb will always work well in hockey. But now Wyatt Light behind the net. They try to feed it out in front, nothing going. Some chaos behind the play, but Josh Lesby's the one that's going to be skating it out, dumps it in. Good to see Sofrino back on the ice. So Utah smashes that one off the boards. Right over to Matthew Hull. Matthew Hull, great burst of speed. Shot blocked up high. And that one will stay in the Utah zone. Logan Jackson making sure Matthew Hull doesn't have too easy of a time, but great decisiveness there from Matthew Hull. He sees the open space, and he decides to take it instead of maybe making a risky pass in the neutral zone that if it gets picked off, you've got numbers coming back the other way right away.
No, I think we've seen that, players carrying it a little bit further up into the offensive zone, and I think that's smart. You don't want to lose it and have a turnover.
Yeah, carrying that puck through when you've got no passing options is definitely a good plan. Like in golf, your worst putt's usually a lot better than your worst chip, so sometimes you take the lesser of two evils. But now Marquis out in front looking for a shot. Hull, point, waits, shoots wide on Anderson's blocker side. Some good offensive pressure here being set up. And this fourth line for the U of, you can call them a fourth line. They've played great so far. Gephardt trying to steal that and get all on his own. Utah looking to set up. Wildcats changing a little bit behind the play. Jackson dumps it in. Good job there by Overland. So now the Wildcats a little bit tied up here. Ref gets in the way, so Marquis can't do anything with it. What looked like an easy out is now turning into possibly a chance. Miller, great toe save by Biv. I really hope he got his lunges in before this game because he is throwing the feet out there in a way that not many humans are really capable of doing, but Biv, great job there. Now Jesse Lowell, Brody Selman. Selman waits, shoots, scores! Brody Selman with the goal to break this tie game. The big brother and little brother coming through huge, and Brody Selman busts this arena wide open.
We have seen this line develop all night. They've been building toward this the entire game, and oh my gosh, what a great way. Especially, a couple minutes left. I think it's just about holding on to it now.
And it's defense into offense. The U of A having to play some scramble hockey defense after the linesmen helped keep the puck in. But a great burst of speed from Brody Selman and Jesse Lowell. They are so in sync. Anderson's probably expecting that pass to come across the ice to Lowell, and Brody Selman goes high and snipes it over the shoulder. Now Shively over to Walker. Walker shot, pad saved by Anderson. And this U of A team has got to feel like they can do anything right now.
This is an exciting win, especially, Utah's been a big scorer, so, if we can cinch this game, this is going to feel really great for the Wildcats.
This would definitely be an interesting way to beat Utah, but Walker is still in the process of trying to make sure the U of A can do that. A lot of hockey left to play in the third. This next shift is huge for both teams. Moeller gets a shot. Fisher gets a stick on that. Cosden went for a little tumble into the net, it looked like.
Just a wee one.
So after that goal is scored, a great chance for this line once again. Dylan Walker with a great shot. Anderson able to get the pad on it. Utah comes back the other way, tries to generate their own offensive opportunities, and got a feeling we're going to be seeing the Light brothers a lot here in the last 7:39 of this period.
Oh, I think we're going to see some increased physicality, to say the least, here in the last few minutes.
They, you know, the Light brothers, where their offensive comes from, and just like that, face-off win right to Ethan Light, takes a quick shot, but Biv up to the task again.
And that's what's awesome. He's not sitting back on his heels, especially for these quick shots, because that's where Utah can get us.
They've been very shot first, and another chance here. Good block there from Josephson, who gets in the shooting lane. But Ethan Light's just going to be throwing everything on net, it looks like now. But the U of A with a chance to break out. Cosden can't get it through. The Utah player shot. Puck does not get through on Biv. Now Wyatt Light tries to go behind the net. Sandoval trying to play it there. Gets it over to Josephson. Josephson down the boards to Shetland. Now Tyler Shetland tries to get his speed to the outside, but gets it over to Josephson. Dix knocks him off the puck. Good job there. Sandoval just can't get that one past the Utah defenseman, and now it's going to be Ethan Light over the blue line. Waits, looks middle, glove save, Volsic. And Cosden's going to get into it here. Ethan Light's going to jump in. He gets Cosden up high. He gets knocked down. His helmet goes. This is what we were talking about, just the increased pressure, the last 6 minutes, 54 seconds, the increased physicality here. So it's going to be interesting to see what the call says. Wyatt Light gets into it with Cosden, and then Ethan Light comes in and gets Cosden up high.
Definitely, you can see the brothers bond there, a little retaliatory.
So currently, we've only got Cosden heading to the box, and this could be a big moment in this game if this ends up going the U of A's way, where they're going to be down a player after a scrum that looked quite mutual, but looks like Cosden's going to be the only one getting sent to the box with 6:54 left in the third period. Huge penalty kill for the Wildcats.
It's going to be really important to just stay defensive here and just make sure that nothing gets in. You know, Arizona doesn't have the best track record with power plays, so I think, but holding it here is going to be so critical. We don't want to see this game go to overtime. We want to win it here in regular.
This is no doubt about it. This is a major penalty kill in terms of setting the tone for this team. So it'll be Jesse Lowell in to take the face-off against Langenbrunner. Chad Berman having a little consultation with the refs, trying to understand just how that worked out the way it did, especially after Kaz got his helmet popped off and knocked down. But doesn't matter what the logic says, matters what the ref says. And Jesse Lowell goes straight at Dylan Dix, making sure he doesn't have an easy time on the power play. Now Yurtis behind the net, Hull knocks him off. Miller over to Langenbrunner, trying to go backdoor. Selman with a good stick. Lowell, good job too, good hustle to get there first, and that one gets over the blue line. U of A will look to kill as much of this power play in the Utah area as possible. So Langenbrunner, he'll settle it down. Out there with Miller and Gibney. That'll be Langenbrunner. Dumps it around behind the net, gets his own pass. Hull knocks him off the puck. It's back to the point. Dix. Yurtis. Good shot there. Biv. Big save. Can't get back to the rebound. Brody Selman gets in the way. Big block by Brody Selman. Now Utah looks at the cycle. Miller down low to Yurtis. Yurtis out to Gibney. Waits back to the point for Dix. Dix looking for the tip shot. Good read there by the U of A. That one gets shoveled wide. 53 seconds left on the power play for Utah. Now Gibney tries to hold on to it. Does. Gibney waits. Behind the net. Tries to go back out in front. Comes to Langenbrunner. And a good save by Volsic. Good job there by the U of A. Quick on their men. Not allowing them time to set up. Definitely an aggressive penalty kill.
Oh, man, and great to see Biv absolutely shut it down. I mean, this is what's so important in these power plays, is just making sure that, you know, hey, our defense has really stepped up here, and especially Selman. He's been on it in this power play.
So here come the Light brothers taking on the second power penalty kill unit for the U of A. Ethan Light and Wyatt Light play catch. Ethan Light holds back to the point. Ethan Light, quick shot, great block there by John Shively. Now Shively waits and just dumps it back in. Good job there by Shively to not get too aggressive when you don't need to. Josephson pressuring Ethan Light. 15 seconds left on the power play. Michael circles back in his zone. Not a lot of urgency here in the dying embers of the power play. But now Michael over the blue line, down the near boards. He'll wrap it around. Over to Gephardt, he lets it go. Utah tries to get into the middle. Ethan Light, move, 2 moves, 3 moves. Goes down to the knees, tries to get out in front, doesn't go. He still ends up with the puck. Tries to go back to the point, but no one home. Power play is over. Big penalty kill for the U of A here in the third period.
I am so excited to see that we didn't give anything up in that power play. I mean, they played well. Biv had a great save. We can see over there Sofrino getting in the mix on the board.
Sofrino and Ziegler trying to get this one out. Ziegler throws it all the way down, and that will go for icing. But killing off that power play, a huge moment in this game. You know, Utah, interestingly, I'm not sure if they were trying to match the Light brothers up against the second penalty kill unit or if the Light brothers were just resting, but really not able to get a lot of opportunities. Ethan Light tries to deke about 6 people out of their socks and almost does it, but it's a broken play that ends up as nothing, and the U of A 4:21 left in the third period. 1-0 U of A over the Utah Utes. So now Hedgecock knocks it around the boards. Good job there by Sofrino, or Ziegler to angle off his man. They try to find Sofrino going the other way. Marquis with a good back check. Doesn't give up on the play. Now it's going to be Fisher. Marquis knocks that one in. So Sam will be heading down to the ice for our post-game interview with Chad Berman and hopefully a player if we're able to pull one. The U of A, 3 minutes and 48 seconds left in this very close game. But now Brody Selman flying down the wing. He gets tripped up. Ref's hand stayed down. And now it's Langenberner. Over the blue line, dumps it back. Good setup here, shot, big save by Biv if he got one on there. Gets back to the far post, great job by Biv to block out Moeller. And out in front again. And a scramble play there. Giboney all over it out in front, just could not tuck it back out in front. Biv burning his calories. Someone buy this man a steak dinner as Biv takes a little full lay down. Get some cheers from the crowd, much deserved, as Nolan Bavolsik having a great night here at the Tucson Arena, keeping the Wildcats in this game. Definitely might think that qualifies for the save of the game, if not the one earlier in the second period where he stopped 2 great opportunities low on the pads. He's been really quick with the feet tonight. And Matthew Hull trying to hold off Miller, but Utah comes away with the puck. Looking middle, tries to cycle at the blue line. Dix has to make a good move there to get away from Walker, but great interception there by Overland. He pokes it out to the neutral zone. Wildcats will go for a change. That one was up in the air for about 20 seconds, it felt like. Hull was just having to watch it, wondering if he's going to get run over, but good patience there by him to knock it down. It'll be the U of A coming out of the zone with it. Sandoval tries to knock it down the boards. That one goes to Logan Jackson. Dump in, Biv blockers it to the corner. Looks like it's going to be an offsides there, so that one will come outside of the U of A zone. 2:37 left in the third period. The only goal of the game coming from Brody Selman with the assist from Jesse Lowell. So Brody Selman and Jesse Lowell, the top line for the Wildcats, coming through once again to provide some much needed offense in what has been an incredibly close game. Good face-off win there by Sandoval. So now Hedgecock will have to wait. Good pass up to Shetland. Now Shetland's going to have some time and space. Shetland dishes over to Josephson. Music back for Utah. Big scramble in the corner. We'll see who comes away with this one. Josephson, good job getting it back to the point. Quick shot and a tip. Oh, barely goes wide on the blocker side of Anderson. Shetland steals the puck though. Gets it over to Sandoval. Sandoval risks it all the way around. Josephson gets there first. against Music, keeps the play alive. But now it'll be Ethan Light. Ethan Light around Shively, good support there from Hedgecock, but Ethan Light gets around him and throws it back to the point. Now it's Logan Jackson with a quick shot. Biv with the glove save. That one was definitely going wide, but Biv is not letting that one hit off the boards and possibly come back out front. Definitely U of A, you know, this home arena, the Tucson Arena, can definitely be known for its lively boards. We saw a couple times last year, hard shots off the backboards coming back out in front, so Biv aware of that. So U of A, Chad Berman goes back with his top line here with 1 minute and 42 seconds left in the third period. Almost a chance they're out in front for Giboney with the tip. Big hit from Jesse Lowell. Now Brody Selman. Langenberner pressures him, but Selman chips this up through the middle. That one goes down, but spinning puck on his edge slows all the way down, so no icing. 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the third period. U of A up 1-0. Dix tries to dish it in deep, nothing going. Now Cosden in a race against Dix. Miller tries to go back to the point, but Jesse Lowell reads it. Jesse Lowell all on his own with the open goal, and Jesse Lowell will bury it to seal this game. Jesse Lowell, what a hustle and effort from the captain. Seals the game with the empty net. And we will end this game with a lot of excitement getting ready for tomorrow. The U of A winning this game with defensive acumen, hustle, and heart. As cliche as that might be, this has been an incredibly hard-fought game for this U of A team that after that road trip was not happy with their performance, and we have seen every member of this U of A team step up and play great hockey tonight. Chad Berman getting out of his group what he was hoping to. So now with 1 minute left in the period, we'll see what Utah chooses to do here, just how desperate we get. Gephardt tries to get it out in front. Utes now back to the point. Shot by Music. Great block by Josh Lusby. There might only be 42 seconds left in this game, but Lusby's going to play the full 60. That one comes out in front. Marquise with a chance. Pad saved by Anderson, but Matthew Marquis and Josh Lusby not letting this game end with a whisper. So now Utes feeds over to Gephardt. Gephardt tries to get it through, and a great block there by Matthew Hull. Now Matthew Marquis, he'll skate onto it. 2-on-1, goes around his man with a great burst of speed. Around another man, back around the net. Matthew Marquis, he has had one of the best games we have seen him have in a Wildcat uniform. 7 seconds left in the third. Utah trying to get one last rush before the end. Biv with another blocker save, and that one will do it. Nolan Bavolsik with the shutout. The goals coming from Brody Selman and Jesse Lowell. What an effort here by this Wildcat Hockey Club to get this huge win on home ice. Just full 60-minute effort. It took almost the full 60 for the Wildcats to wear Utah down. But after a number of rushes, the top line finally comes together. They connect for the first goal to open this one up. And Jesse Lowell, the captain, with such a great effort and burst of speed, gets the empty net goal to seal this one. And the Wildcat fans getting a much-deserved salute. Always great to have the local fans in the building here at the Tucson Arena. We'll be back at it tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. puck drop, back against the Utah Utes. We hope you can join us, maybe in person. Tickets available online and at the door. But if not, stick here, tuned in to our YouTube, as we will be bringing you all of the U of A hockey home games throughout the season. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Sebastian Janik, and this is Wildcat Hockey.